well, my name is Mike Manning. I am here at NAU this week speaking about equal rights. Last night I spoke about political activism and the Human Rights Campaign, and tonight I'm speaking about faith and sexuality. I had a secret and I was tired of lying and hiding a big part of myself, so one day I just said, you know, what the hell, I have nothing to lose. Well, I mean, I had a lot to lose, but I just got tired of hiding everything and lying to my parents. I felt a distance building up in between us, and so I had to kind of, you know, I really had no choice but to tell them. There were a lot of hard parts about coming out. I guess most of the things that I was worried about that would happen never happened. You know, of course you hear these stories of these kids getting kicked out of their homes and things taken away from them and sent to, I have a friend that was sent to a camp that makes you straight, and he had to live there for 3 months, and you know, just some awful stuff that you hear about, and so of course everything ran through my head, but ultimately at the end of the day I hoped that nothing would change and that my family would still love me all the same, and ultimately that's what ended up happening. My mom actually started a GSA, a Gay Straight Alliance, at my old high school, and she didn't even tell me. I called her up on the phone and, you know, to check in. I was like, "Hey Mom, what's going on?" And she's like, "Well, I'm preparing for my first GSA meeting." I was like, "What? You know what GSA means?" You know, and she so she went and took it upon herself to get involved, and she helps youth around the area now that are actually having trouble coming out to their own parents. I had no idea what HRC was when I moved to DC to film Real World. I randomly saw a t-shirt in a window of a store, and I went in to buy the t-shirt, and the manager ended up giving me an HRC business card and told me a little bit about it. And you know, and so I went home, I looked him up online, and you know, a few steps later I had an interview and started working with him. I worked with the Human Rights Campaign to pass the Anti-Hate Crimes Bill, the Matthew Shepard Anti-Hate Crimes Bill, and then I also worked with HRC and Service Members United to help repeal the National Hotel. I was so happy because it's you know, in working with Service Members United, I worked with a lot of veterans that had been kicked out or hadn't re-enlisted because of the National Hotel, and to know that they can now go back and serve their country because that's, you know, that's all they know, that's what they grew up doing, and that's what they love, and so to think about how, you know, it's better for them now, it's just great. It doesn't even have to be HRC, it could be anything. It could be GLAAD and PFLAG and SLDN and Trevor Project, and there are just so many organizations out there that want young people to get involved because we're the future of the equal rights movement. You know, it's going to be fueled by us, and so the sooner you get involved, the better, the more impact you'll have. My advice is just to do some research online, find an organization that you like, and go for it. Google it, get involved. If you're not happy with things, don't just complain about it, actually do something about it. Not even with gay rights, but with discrimination in general, you know, it's wrong. You know, to judge a group of people for their gender or their race or their sexual orientation is just, it shouldn't be tolerated.